Everyone, I'm here to show you how to do your benchmark test. Okay, so benchmark is our curriculum that we use for language arts. And the first thing you want to do is go here to the quick links K through 8. Okay, it should automatically pop up when you open your Chromebook, but if for whatever reason it doesn't, you can always come here to the SUSD homepage, click on students, and it'll take you here to this page where you click on K through 8 quick links, and it'll open you up here to the quick links page. From there, you want to click on this icon here with the planet that says Benchmark Education, and you're going to click on it. And when it opens up, it's going to ask you to sign in. So what you want to do is click sign in with Google and make sure you select your child's account. Now I'm using one of my student accounts just to show you what it will look like on their end. And after they sign in with Google, it'll open them up to a page that looks like this, okay? So this is what it's going to look like when they open it up. As you can see here, we have assignments, and anything I assign to the students here on Benchmark will be listed here, and it'll show a number for how many assignments there are. So currently there's just one assignment, which is our Benchmark Unit 1 test, and you'll click on the assignments. And all the assignments that they have, you'll see it'll list it here. So you can see Unit 1 test. And the first thing you want to do is click on where it says Unit 1 test. So you're going to click on it, and it's going to open up this pop-up box here. I have instructions here on how to do it. It's up here it says how-to videos posted on ClassDojo and in Google Classroom. So I will be posting this again, of course, on ClassDojo and in Google Classroom, but I also have the written directions on here. So I'm just going to walk you through how to do that. So when this page pops up here, you're going to click under here where it says open, and you're going to click on the picture that says book, the picture of the book, sorry. And you can see when you put your cursor over it, it highlights it and it becomes a deeper color. So when you put your cursor over it, it'll say take test, and you'll click on that button there where it'll open you up to the test. The first thing you want to do is click on the sound icon to hear the sound to make sure you can hear it. And if you can hear it, thumbs up. If not, then you'll click thumbs down. But hopefully you guys can all hear it, and you'll click I heard the sound. They also have a how-to video on how to use the benchmark assessments. If you would like to watch it, you can. If not, then that's okay too. And they do have it in English and in Spanish. So please make sure that if you would like to watch that how-to video on how to do it, it is helpful, and you can select it in English and or Spanish. So for the test, the first thing you want to do is open it up, and it'll open it up to the very first page of the test. On the left, it's going to remain the same because this is the story that they're going to be listening to and reading about. So they can scroll down, as you can see, and look at the pictures from the story. In order to hear the story, they have to press this button here to play the audio. Okay.
Nap time. It's time to rest, said Mrs. James.
And as you can see, it'll read the story to them, so they have to listen to the story. Okay, so after they've listened to this side here, which is the story, then they'll come over here to where they answer the questions. Each question has 3 answers, okay, and it'll read the question and the answers by clicking play.
Now you will hear some questions. Listen carefully. Then click the best answer for each question. Question 1. Look at the pictures. Which picture shows George at the beginning of the story? Click the picture that shows George at the beginning of the story.
Okay, so as you can see, it reads the question. There are no written answers. They are all pictures. So the students have to look at the pictures and decide which one shows him at the beginning of the story. Now, they will only know if they were listening to the story that was read to them, again, by clicking play here. They can listen to the story as many times as they need. And they can listen to the question again as many times as they need as well. And when they select the answer, please make sure they click here in the circle and make sure that it turns blue. And you can see that up here it also turned blue. By clicking down here on this button, it has a drop down and shows which questions have been answered and which ones have not. If they've been answered, there's a blue dot in the middle, and if not, then they are empty. And it also shows that there are 9 questions here with an exclamation point that are not answered. So when they're done with their answers, for each question, they're going to click next. Again, this stays the same. They click play, listen to the question, select the answer that they want. It turns blue, and then you go on every time to the next question. Okay, when they're done answering all 10 questions, they can click End Test here. Okay, and by clicking End Test, it'll show you that there are 10 questions total and 8 that aren't answered. So if you didn't answer any questions, it'll show you here which ones are not answered. If you've answered all of them, nothing will show up here, and you can just click End Test and yes to turn in your test. But if there are questions, then of course you click on it and you can go back to answer those questions. Again, please make sure they click on the circle and that it turns blue so we know that they're done. They do have some tools up here that aren't very useful for kindergarten, so please don't worry about these tools or setting questions here. If your student is getting tired of listening to the questions and needs a break, you can always pause the test by clicking Pause Test, and it'll save your work and finish for later. You can click yes or no to return to the test, okay? So this is how we do our test. Please make sure they answer all questions, and when they're done, it'll show which questions they have or have not finished. You'll click End and turn it in like that. Congratulations, you submitted your test. All right, guys, so this is how we do it. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you guys for joining me.